Hi, I'm Demara, and I'm really happy to have you here with me for a few minutes today. I am a vision coach, mindset coach. I help people figure out where they're going and how to get there. But what I wanted to talk to you about today, what I wanted to share with you, and I'm really glad you're here and that we're here together. I wanted to share with you a little bit about affirmations. Most of us have heard of them. Many of us are actually using them or have used them in the past. Or maybe you're just interested in learning about them and starting to use them. So wherever you're at with that, hopefully what I share with you today will be helpful. So affirmations are affirmative statements. They're statements that we are creating in order to affirm something in our lives, affirm a direction, affirm a way we're thinking. Just it's a part of creating a tool for us to help us with our lives and the direction we want to go with them. So they're a statement of affirmation. They help us to, they're an organizing principle. Let's call it that. It's an organizing principle that helps us organize our thoughts and our energy. So they're words that will help us do that. They're also a priming tool, meaning that they're priming our thoughts and our energy in a certain way, so that we want to be thinking in a certain way. If we find ourselves in a time of, which we may all be in right now, in a time of unrest and uncertainty and challenges with knowing who we are going forward, affirmations are a great tool to help us with reorganizing our energy and our thoughts, and then giving ourselves these priming tools to create a certain mindset. So an affirmation starts with I am. It's an affirmation. So we want to affirm, this is who I am. And so I am, let's use an example of one that many people like to use, and that is, I am a child of God. It's a wonderful affirmation. It's beautiful. And it's something we want to affirm. And it's really helpful when we're thinking in terms of everything's kind of a mess. Maybe I'm kind of a mess right now. And when we're not feeling so much like we're connected to anything larger than ourselves. So having an affirmation like that, like I am a child of God, can be really very useful. So the I am part is really important. That's the affirmative statement. I am a child of God, for example. Now, one of the things we want to think about with creating an affirmation is that the words in it speak to us energetically, meaning, and I'm not talking about energy like woo-woo. I'm talking about energetically. When you say those words, you can feel something that feels generative and life-giving and empowering, that it feels good to you. So that's the kind of energy I'm talking about. So even a statement like an affirmation of I am a child of God, that's a common one. And you want to think about how you feel about those words. On the one hand, God. For many of us, that's a beautiful word, and we know exactly what that means, and we have a relationship with that. And there are others of us who have a history around that word that was not terribly pleasant as growing up. Maybe there was not a relationship, or the relationship we had was minimal. So for many of us, the word God can inspire an image that isn't life generating for us. Maybe from our history, we learned that God was this heavy-set white man with a white beard and a white robe, and he was dictating, what we can do and what we can't do, and you are the chosen people and you are not, or whatever it may be. There was some sort of a negative thing that came up for you with that term, God. So you may want to change that term to something that works best for you, and you may already have a term that works for you. Lots of things to choose from infinite energy, Allah, Brahman, all the different faiths have a word for God. Or even as simple as one of the terms that I like to use sometimes is infinite intelligence or divine source. So they all describe the same thing. So you find a word that works for you. And the same in that phrase of I am a child of God, or I am a child of the infinite. If you changed it to that, then maybe some of you who don't like to use the word child. I'm not a child. You know, I'm a grown up. I've lived life. I've learned things. So maybe going to the place of I'm a child of God doesn't speak to you. It isn't energetically generative to you or life giving. So maybe you change that to something like I am a co-creator with the infinite. Um, you know, work with the words and find words that really feel good when you say them, that you can actually feel some energy, some positive energy from it. So the words that you use matter. So I wanted to share with you the affirmation that I use and unpack it a little bit for you and share with you why I came up with that, what the thought process was. Because, you know, the question here is, what are they? Why do we even use them? And how do you use them? So the affirmation that I've been working with since for the last couple of months is I am profoundly grateful for everything I have in my life and for everything I continue to manifest. So that's the first phrase. I am profoundly grateful for everything I have in my life and for everything I continue to manifest. The second piece of it is I always receive what I am in alignment with, what I'm in harmony with. I always receive what I'm in harmony with. And then the third piece is I joyfully embrace each new day with gratitude. So the first piece of it, I am profoundly grateful. When you say your affirmation, you want feeling behind it because it can become rote. If it can become habit where you just kind of read it. Yeah, I'm profoundly grateful, blah, 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 blah. And you want to notice when that's happening because that's not helpful to you and it's not going to serve you in the way that you want it to. So I like to use words that have some power to them. I am profoundly grateful. I'm not just everyday grateful. I'm profoundly grateful for everything I have in my life. Does that mean that everything I have in my life is all roses? No. But there's a lot of amazing, wonderful things in my life. I have a roof over my head, a home that I love. I have family that I love. I have food on the table. You know, there's so much to be profoundly grateful for that I already have in my life. So it's important to be grateful for what you have and not always wanting, right? You want to be grateful for what you already have. And the second part of that statement is, and for everything I continue to manifest. I want to have that as an opening. I want to prime myself to do more things and create more things and take more actions that I feel grateful for. So things I'm still manifesting, things that are still coming my way as I co-create with the infinite. So I am profoundly grateful for everything I have in my life and for everything I continue to manifest. And I always receive what I'm in harmony with. It's an important piece for me because those are words that, what that means to me, I purposely created those words, that series of words, because that primes me, that tells me when I say that, when I read that to myself, it tells me to look at where my vibration is. Is my energy, my vibration, my frequency on the level of the person I choose and want to become and be and grow into? So I always receive what I'm in harmony with. So that's a prime for me to say, what am I in harmony with right now? Am I in a crappy mood? Do I need to shift my energy? You know, just checking in. So it's an important phrase for me. Einstein said, everything is energy. That's all there is. Match the frequency of the result you want, and you cannot help but get that result. It can be no other way. And this is not philosophy, it's physics. So from a physics point of view, from a science point of view, it's important for me to be aware of where my vibration is, where my harmony is. So, and notice that and be able to shift that. So that second sentence is a very important part of it as well. And then to end my affirmation, I joyfully embrace each new day with gratitude. That's priming me for the day. I joyfully embrace each new day with gratitude. All very important. So I am profoundly grateful for everything I have in my life and for everything I continue to manifest. I always receive what I am in harmony with. And I joyfully embrace each new day with gratitude. So a couple things before I close. One is when you write an affirmation, post it places. I write mine in my gratitude journal. After I've written my gratitudes for all the things I'm grateful for, then I add my affirmation in there. So I write it. It's very important. It's a hand-brain connection. There's science behind that as well. So writing is really powerful. Thinking it is really powerful. And then speaking, verbally putting a vibration to it. Maya Angelou said, words mean more than just what's set down on paper. It takes the human voice to infuse them with deeper meaning. You want to speak it, and get to the point where you don't care if people hear you. If you have people you live with and you're standing in the bathroom and your affirmation's up there and you're speaking it and somebody goes, what are you doing? I'm saying my affirmation. That's what I'm doing, okay? Do that. Be bold. It's okay. The other piece I want to say before we end is that you get to be the highest authority on how many times a day you say it, and for how many days you choose to say it. I say it every morning, and then it's posted in my office so that I can read it every morning. So I write it and say it every morning, and then I can read it throughout the day because I post it in my office. And I've been working with this one for a couple of months now, and it's still serving me. So you decide. But I want to encourage you when you write an affirmation to work with it, maybe do an experiment and work with it maybe for 21 days and see what happens. See how that helps your life. All right, that's it for today. Thank you. I hope this was helpful to you. And if I can be of any service to you as you create an affirmation or work with your mindset and as you move forward in your life or create a vision for your life, I would love to do that. That's what I'm here for. And the next time we get together, a week from now, I will be talking with you about money, the money paradigm and all of the ways we think about that. So that should be really fun too. And I look forward to seeing you then. If I can help you in the meantime, please reach out to me through my email, demara@awakenedreamscoaching.com. And I would love to hear from you. Have an amazing day. Until then, bye for now.